The moon has always been a symbol of wonder, but behind its calm face lies a darker mystery. For decades, leaked photos and astronaut testimonies have suggested something extraordinary. Strange towers, dome-like structures, and shadows that don't match the landscape. Were these natural formations or something built by intelligent hands? NASA's silence only fuels the fire. Many Apollo astronauts hinted at things they saw but could not talk about. Buzz Aldrin once admitted they were followed by a strange light on their way to the moon. Why was this never fully explained? If humanity really discovered artificial structures on the moon, it would rewrite history, religion, and our very place in the universe. And perhaps that's why we were never told the full truth.
When the Apollo astronauts returned from the moon, many of them carried secrets they could never fully share. Some hinted at structures not made by nature. Others described radio interference as if a hidden signal was blocking their communication with Earth. Leaked photos from NASA archives only deepen the mystery. Images show sharp, geometric shapes rising from the lunar surface, too precise to be natural. A massive dome, a shadow stretching for miles, and what looks like metallic debris scattered across craters. Even stranger, classified transcripts reveal astronauts whispering about being watched. One recording, still debated to this day, includes the words, "They are here, standing on the crater's edge, watching us." Who was they? Why would astronauts risk their careers to say such words? And why were these recordings kept hidden for decades?
Not long after Apollo 17, the final mission to the moon, rumors began to spread. Some astronauts allegedly received direct warnings: do not return. Others claimed NASA ended the missions not because of funding, but because they were told to stop. Why would a program that had captured the entire world's imagination suddenly end? Billions of dollars invested, and then silence. Some suggest NASA discovered something so disturbing that it could never be revealed to the public. Declassified documents show internal debates within NASA, where terms like extraterrestrial presence and sensitive lunar findings appear again and again. These were not the words of conspiracy theorists, but official language. And so, Apollo was shut down. But the questions only grew louder. Scientists tried to explain the strange photos as tricks of light, the recordings as static interference. Yet even some insiders admitted that not everything could be explained away. It leaves us with the unsettling possibility: the moon was not abandoned. It was off limits.
After Apollo was shut down, silence fell. But behind the scenes, the story was far from over. Photographs taken on the moon, images showing strange lights, towers, and geometric patterns were quietly locked away. NASA publicly released thousands of photos, but many were heavily edited. Former technicians later admitted that their job was to airbrush mysterious objects out of lunar images before they reached the public. Whole structures erased, shadows removed. One retired contractor revealed, "We saw things that should not have been there. We were ordered never to speak of it." Journalists in the 1970s and 80s tried to push the story. A few articles appeared in obscure magazines, evidence of structures on the moon. But soon those voices vanished. Funding was cut, editors silenced, reporters transferred. The deeper you look, the clearer it becomes. The cover-up was intentional, systematic, and absolute. But why? If there was nothing to hide, why erase the evidence?
For decades, Apollo astronauts were hailed as heroes. But behind their proud smiles and official interviews, small cracks began to appear in their stories. Neil Armstrong, the first man on the moon, rarely spoke about his mission in public. Some colleagues whispered that Armstrong had seen something during Apollo 11 that changed him forever. Buzz Aldrin, his fellow astronaut, later hinted in a documentary, there was something out there watching us. Lights moving in ways we could not explain. Apollo 14 astronaut Edgar Mitchell went even further after his retirement. He openly declared, "We are not alone. There is evidence of structures, of an intelligence beyond Earth." His words shocked the world, but NASA never responded. In hushed tones, other astronauts described strange radio transmissions during their missions, signals cut from the public broadcast. The official explanation: technical glitches, but the timing was always suspicious. They all signed contracts of silence, sworn under threat of losing pensions, careers, even freedom. Yet, in quiet interviews, they hinted the moon was not empty. It was occupied.
If the astronauts' testimonies are to be believed, then the moon is not an empty rock. It is a stage where humanity stumbled upon something beyond its comprehension. Armstrong's silence, Aldrin's hints, Mitchell's confessions, each piece fits into a larger puzzle. But what exactly did they see? Were those mysterious lights advanced alien machines? Were the structures ruins of an ancient civilization? Or could they be natural lunar formations misinterpreted under the pressure of history's greatest mission? Scientists today cautiously re-examine high-resolution lunar images. Some claim to see geometric patterns, shapes that defy randomness. Others argue it is nothing more than pareidolia, the human brain seeing order in chaos. And yet, unexplained radio signals, hidden transmissions, and the astronauts' haunting words refuse to fade. If NASA had nothing to hide, why censor those moments? Why lock the truth behind silence? The story leaves us at a crossroads. Either the moon guards secrets that humanity is not ready for, or the secrets are buried in the human imagination, amplified by fear and mystery. What remains undeniable is this: the men who walked on the moon returned changed. Their eyes carried shadows, their words carried weight. And in those shadows lies the greatest unanswered question of all. Were we alone on the moon? Or were we only visitors in someone else's domain?